Hi, I'm John. Welcome to another episode of Science Fiction Create. Not every build has to be a week-long endeavor that requires every tool in the shop. Simple builds are equally fun, and when they're for gifts, they're all the more enjoyable. Today's build is one of those things. I have an existing box in which I made a really nice label for, if you're a fan, you've guessed it, for the Mandalorian. These come as separate toys, but I packaged them together in this gift box, which I'm going to give my son for Christmas, so please don't spoil the surprise. You can create a really nice presentation for these that can ultimately go on the wall in your child's room or in your own room or wherever you want, so that you too can enjoy this for a long time. Again, it's a fun build, it's really simple, and I want to show you how to do it, so stick around. What we're building is a Star Wars gift box. And this is an example of one I built. This is an awesome way to share gently used Star Wars figures. As you can see, this one has some from the 1977 initial run. We're going to make one of these today, not for old figures, but actually for some new ones from the Mandalorian. So the first thing I need to do is come up with the logo, like this one for the Rebel Alliance. But for these guys, we're going to use Mando's clan, which is the Mudhorn. As you recall, he battled this beast early on in the series. We're going to draw our own. Pretty straightforward design. Right now I'm just getting the basic pieces of it down. All right, there's my Mudhorn. I think it's quite respectable for freehand, considering, let me see if I can bring it up here. There's that. So yeah, it's different, but there's a lot of versions of it online. Now, you saw what I did in the time lapse is I sketched it and I flipped the page back and forth. That was my initial sketch. And then I went over on the other side and I flipped it over on the light board and drew over to refine it. I love flipping back and forth on images like this because it gives me a reverse perspective and makes me see where I didn't quite have it the way I wanted it. And then finally inking it in with just a Sharpie marker. Now, you know, using a Sharpie like this, you're gonna have the variation in the shading, but that's easily fixed once you import it into a computer file. Here's my scanned Mudhorn signet in GIMP. And this is how it came out when I scanned it. I scanned it at 600 DPI in black and white, and it got rid of all the lines from my Sharpie, so it cleaned it up pretty well. But right now, the first thing I'm gonna do is scale this. So I'm gonna go with the crop tool here, roughly make a square around it. And this is just changing it to a square. Now I can move this to basically center my silhouette in that square. Click on scale, and this is going to be in inches, so we want it a 3x3 square and scale. Nice. So I'm going to take this image and I'm going to export it as just a PNG file. Let's call it Mudhorn This is the template, and this is just as in a word processing document. Now this could be done in photo editing or an Illustrator program. It's super simple to do this. This is really low tech in terms of graphics. I'm using, incidentally, LibreOffice, another free program. I love open source. And my box appears to be 7.4 by 5.5 inches. So let's delete that. Just delete. And that's the Mudhorn signet file open. Look at that. And we're gonna put that smack in the middle. And there we have it. That's gonna be my Mudhorn cover for my box. Okay. So this is going to be, we're gonna replace this. Let me see what size that is. And there we go. So now we have 1 inch by 1 inch and that. Instead of calling this the Mandalorian, I'm gonna call it Clan Mudhorn. This worked out okay. To go from a rough sketch like this, filled in with a Sharpie, scanned, and then ultimately scaled and imported for my cover for my box, I think that's a respectable Mandalorian Clan Mudhorn signet. And this is the insert. You can do this in any number of ways. You don't have to draw it yourself for one. You can just grab an image off the internet. You can take a picture of something you have. Whatever you want to do. I just wanted to try my hand at doing this. As you saw, it wasn't the best drawing. I can do better, I promise. But it was just exactly what I needed, knowing that I was going to scale it down quite a bit. I've got to speed this build up because I just heard my son is on his way back with his mother. So just line up firm pressure on your ruler. Best practice is to do it this way. Cover your work with your blade. So if you slip, you're cutting the outside of it. The thing is, I can't see the line doing that. So I have to do it this way just to get it straight. This, incidentally, I printed on semi-gloss photo paper. It gave it a much nicer look than just the regular document paper. Just screw this up. There we go. Got it. Nice. Okay. So this is meant to be just a real quick build that anyone can do. And the great thing about it is it really spices up a gift to make a custom box. I love making boxes. I like making them out of wood. I like using really nice cardboard boxes. I like boxes. This is a superb way to show that you really put some time and care. And I also like that it almost just maybe looks like something you picked up at a specialty store. It's just enough detail, just enough quality that it looks not quite homemade. It doesn't have that roughness to it. It really looks formal. My box, here's my box. So I marked this off here with the box inside with, and now I'm gonna cut it. And it can deform easily if you take too deep of a cut. So it's good with EVA foam to just take a nice couple passes, let the knife work for itself. And man, a brand new X-Acto blade is a thing of beauty. This is a piece of acid-free backer board. Okay. Oy. All right. That's off. I have those glued up. Nice good layer of adhesive on there. Hope I put enough. Close to center as possible. Give this a good press down. There's that. That looks good. And then similarly, I will take my piece of EVA foam. Again, this is just to give it some strength. There, now we have a little sandwich, and this is what the parts will attach to. We're almost there. Now so that was the glue I used. Now for some unboxing fun. I keep them all. I'm not a total fanatic collector. Oh my gosh, this guy is ridiculously cute. You've got to get a look at that. His little feet are even movable. What a great little figure. Okay, opening these, I've tried a number of things. They're glued, the plastic is glued onto the paper board, and often you'll see these just ripped off, and that damages that. What I like to do is slice very carefully 3 of the sides open, so I can swing this open, keep it virtually intact. That's sufficient. This might need to go that a little bit more. There it is. And out comes the Mando. Very nice. These will go in my collection of boxes, and the figures will go in my box I made to give this to my son. I'm going to keep it really simple. And then I'm going to put these, so just like this, and there's going to be a wire. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And then the Mando's 2 accessories and the child's 3, which are already in a little box, will go in a nice little Ziploc bag I have. Gosh, that is just ridiculously cute. It's hard to take some of the scenes seriously because Baby Yoda's just like exuding cuteness. Terrific marketing strategy. Okay, I gotta make an executive decision. I think I'm going for the middle. And I might regret that, I don't know. But that's what we're gonna do. Nice. You can have some holes, and now I just need to get some wire. Back over here at my workstation to do the final assembly. So we have our figures. Here's the plastic bag that I put the accessories in, and I've threaded some wires through the hole. This is just 22 gauge wire I use in my electronics. It's black, so it just looks nice. So now that the only thing left to do is to thread these guys in here, snug it up on the back, and just twist these together. There we go. How about that? Well, there we have it. The Mandalorian gift box build. Here are the accessories in a nice little Ziploc bag. They'll go on the bottom. Incidentally, off camera, I made a couple spacers so this stands up a little bit higher in the box. There you have that. The insert, and then the lid. He's really gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy him too. The last step is to literally wrap it up. I have some Star Wars themed wrapping paper here, so I'm gonna close out this episode with a little wrapping. Until next time, folks, take care.